I'm hiding from the Texas heat in the mountains of Colorado. I'm up near Nederland at Gordon Gulch. Site 4, no cell service here. I'll stroll up past this tree line. See some really cool rock formations. It's just incredible. Close to 8,800 foot elevation. There's so many beautiful wildflowers out here. Trying to get a long walk in each morning, and usually a good walk in the afternoon as well. Have all these dirt trails for four-wheelers, so there's plenty of places I can walk. And head up this road. That's a Tesla, and they came down this road with that trailer. Impressive. There are some pretty rough spots on this road. My walks are only about an hour long, and 8,800 foot elevation takes it out of me coming from sea level. It's almost back to the van. There she is. Another beautiful day at the Gordon Gulch dispersed camping area near Nederland, Colorado. I'm in my third camping spot. Each one I do a little bit of cleanup. As you can see, the bag on the ground is trash I picked up. And right where the wheel well is, I removed an extra fire pit. Too many fire pits in this campground. So I found a nice trail I've been exploring the last couple days. So I'm heading that way now. Get you off of the main roads onto some single track. I had walked past this trail a few times. As you see from the roadway, it says stop, please turn back, but then it's for motorized use. So beyond motorized use, we're good to go. I keep changing camping spots, trying to find something better. First one is I shared my site, which was a big one, with somebody because the campground was full, and that turned out to be a mistake. They had no camping etiquette. I spent a couple days picking up trash, and within an hour of them arriving, they'd already trashed the place out. So I left versus staying and getting pissed about it. The next site had no cell service, but man, it had a lot of peace and tranquility. And this third site, I showed up and the people had left, and they had left the fire pit going. So put out the fire, and then went and got my van and moved into it, and so it's pretty good. I'll be on a fourth site this weekend because that site I'm in now, someone else is coming in on the weekend. Yeah, yesterday I went the fork on the road that way. Today we're going to go this way. Been on a steady descent, so much as yesterday and the day before. It's going to be a heck of a finish to get out. The trail's flattened out a little bit, and now being under the trees, it's a little bit cooler. So a nice transition. I keep looking for a moose. I've got to see one. I know they're here. I've seen plenty of droppings. All right, I'm back out in the opening. I know where this goes. This would only be about a 2-mile hike if I keep following this path. So I'm gonna go back into the forest and cut over. I know where there's another trail, so I'm gonna go back in and cut over and then do probably about a 4-mile hike today. I'm getting close to water because I can hear all the birds chirping away. It's much cooler down here. I've been down that road. Thought I'd be able to do a big loop, but it's skated. Not been this way yet. This is one of the cool things about this area, these cool rock outcroppings. I hear some side-by-sides off in the distance. These rocks. And that road's going to stop a lot of people. But there's a path for the side-by-sides. Just got to keep going. All right, we're coming up to a crossroad. Straight ahead is 2281D. And the one we just left, also 2281D. And this one is 2281. Getting back closer to the campground. Road's more heavily traveled, and I see a rail fence put up by the Forest Service, and I see a couple vehicles. These technically aren't in the campground. They're supposed to be at certain sites. They're not. Now we're back where the campsites start. So 4 years ago I had site 11 up on that hill, which is fantastic. This trip I've done site 2, 4, and 10. So we'll walk down here and see if I can show you site 2. This is where I was in site 2. And that van's the people that had no camping etiquette. But their back windows busted out. I don't know if that's something they did, but apparently there was a bear in the site. So we'll come back to that in just a second. But you can see there's several campsites down here. It was just too loud. I had to go. So I left site number 2 because the people I ended up sharing the site with were a natural disaster. They were leaving food everywhere and just weren't, problems. So it turns out the soap opera there was someone ended up calling the sheriff on them because they were squabbling between themselves and another camper. Well, we just walked by and 2 of their windows are busted out in their van. Well, I find out from Sean in site number 13 that there's been a big healthy bear in the campsite the last 2 nights. So I don't know if that's a coincidence that those windows are busted out, but I wonder if the bear did that, because those people, they were a mess. So it wouldn't surprise me, but also the way they drive through the campsite, they already busted their radiator, so it wouldn't surprise me if they busted their windows just by being reckless as well, or if they were fighting and busted the windows. Anyway, there's our soap opera drama for Gordon Gulch Dispersed Camping, which is where I've been staying last couple nights. You can see it's a great site. I really haven't shared my view from the campsite. Just a short walk. Spectacular.